Okay, so picking up from where we left off yesterday, I described that this week we're going to be talking about sleep, and today I want to talk to you about the structure of sleep, the architecture of sleep, because sleep is not just one flat passive rest period. It has cycles to it. Each cycle is roughly 90 minutes. In the ideal world, you'll be getting somewhere between 4 to 6 complete sleep cycles per night. But for send caregivers like you and I, that can often be interrupted, and that disruption can have a massive toll on us, and that's what we'll get into today. So the important thing to understand is that sleep cycle has phases to it, and in fact, your night itself is divided into roughly two halves. The first half of your night, sleep cycles are more heavily weighted towards non-REM deep sleep. Non-REM deep sleep is the essential maintenance part. It's where physical repair happens. It's where waste clearance happens. Your lymphatic system clears out the metabolites and waste from your brain tissue itself. It's where your immune work happens, and it's where your memories are filed away. So that's essential maintenance is probably a good way to think about it. The second half of your night is more heavily weighted towards REM sleep, rapid eye memory sleep. Dr. Matt Walker, who's a fantastic sleep scientist, describes the emotional calibration that only takes place in REM sleep as the stripping away of emotional charge from difficult experiences while still retaining the memory. It's a good way to picture it is your prefrontal cortex is offline, so your top-down personal inhibition is offline, and you're able to process whatever that difficult thing was without it adding to the emotional load. You're able to process it safely. This is why we tell people to sleep on it. If there's a difficult decision to make or a difficult thing has happened, it's why you feel better about it the next day, generally speaking. So that is important to understand. Now, the thing that I unpack more in detail on my written social media posts, so you can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or Substack if you're interested, is that for send caregivers like you and I, when our sleep is interrupted at different cycles, it robs us. It robs us of non-REM deep sleep and especially REM sleep. So the consequence of that is that we tend to perceive the world as being more of a threat, more aggressive, more on edge than what reality actually is. And that's not a personality flaw on our part. That is the consequence of not having that emotional reset, of not getting that full maintenance shift completed. So sleep is hugely important. And further in the week, we'll get into what you can do to protect the quality of the sleep that you are getting.